Hello, Aquarius. Welcome in. Welcome back. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a beautiful Thursday so far. If you haven't been with me before, hello, welcome in. My name is Priscilla. I'm a psychic medium, tarot reader, and path healer. And I also have the gift of telekinesis, which I will give you an example of in a minute. This is a collective reading for Aquarius. Okay, so we're all on different timelines. We all live different lives, all right? And I get all that. So please take what resonates and leave the rest to who it belongs to because it belongs to somebody. All right. But, when I was channeling in and doing all the meditations and stuff, before I did, before I, aired this, I was channeling in of the number 444. 444, you can be seeing it. That can be significant, the number four. All right, you might be having car problems. You can be getting ready for the in-laws, but something with car problems. It can be electrical, just saying whatever. Something with car problems. You can be getting ready for the holidays, but specifically, I heard this for somebody that in-laws. Something you're getting prepared for the in-laws is something like that. All right, and also if you might have found something that you lost. This is a timeless reading, so it can be past, present, or future. Okay, but I just heard that, okay, I found it, or, you found something you lost recently, or it's coming up, whatever you did lose. All right. I speak to my spirit through my emblem here. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. So they're gonna be picking out the first several cards, and then I'm gonna follow it up with tarot to see what messages that they're trying to, get to you. Subscribe to my channel so my spirits and I can pick up on your energy. Okay. I know it sounds crazy. Oh, she speaks to her spirits. Yeah, I do. I speak to my spirits. Yes, I do through my emblem. Yeah, they say yes or no. It's a gift. When you have the spiritual awakenings, everybody gets a gift or whatever, but my gift or I have my ancestors with me and they speak through them to me through my emblem. Right now they're saying yes, but the spinning is right there is saying no. No, I'm not moving anything or whatever. It's just them doing that. But this is them saying yes, I love you. And of course, yes is up and down. Let's see, yes up and down, and then no is back and forth. Okay, like such. All right, so let's go, guys. Let's see what Aquarius has going on. Again, please take what resonates and leave the rest to who it belongs to. All right, subscribe to my channel so I can pick up on your energy. I do private readings. My information is down below. All right, let's go. Aquarius. So I always pick up on that song, all right? Aquarius. Aquarius. Yeah, that's old school, I get it, but that's what I always pick up on, all right? So you can be hearing that song or recently. Okay, let's go. What do you have to tell them? Sorry, they wanted me to pick from this deck specifically. They want to pick from this deck. So let's see what they're trying to say here, all right? What is in Aquarius energy right now? What crowns them? What crowns Aquarius? What crowns Aquarius? Oh, my hands are going off. Ugh. Worth fixing, so keep trying. Don't give up. Something is worth fixing here. Don't give up on. Maybe something broke. Maybe something that you have in your house is worth fixing. Maybe want to throw stuff out. I got that too. Maybe you're throwing stuff out. Maybe you feel like, I'm hoarding. I got to throw all this shit out. I'm getting that too. But something here is worth fixing. It can be a relationship or it can be your furniture or something like that. I'm getting crafty. Somebody here is crafty or wish they were crafty or something like that. I'm getting. And your third eye is organization. Somebody from New York. This is the Empire State Building. You can be from Manhattan. You can be from any of the five boroughs, from the tri-state area, Connecticut. You can be from Jersey. Okay, but yeah, there's some kind of organization here. that this is intuition, where your intuition is authority. This is isolation, authority, something to do with your intuition. I'll pick, let me see, maybe you work for a company or something like that, and you have an intuition about, maybe something is worth fixing, worth, giving it a second try or something like that, with an organization of some sort. All right, your throat chakra right now is lacking, unavailable, incomplete. For some of you, yeah, I'm getting a sore throat. Maybe some of you have a sore throat or something like that. But there's a missing piece. Maybe there's a missing piece to you. Maybe some of you feel like lonely and depressed because your person just left or whatever. But I'm definitely getting somebody throat chakra is being, covered, or somebody doesn't want somebody to say something or something like that. Okay, unavailable. Something's unavailable here. Something's incomplete with the organization, maybe with your organization, something, maybe I just heard paperwork. I don't know what that is, but stingy, I heard stingy. I just heard stingy. Be watchful, all right? Independence, curiosity. Independence. This is a cat. You can have a cat that looks like this. You can have a black cat, a white cat, a black cat that crossing your path recently. I just heard too. Green eyes are significant here. So it says be watchful, curiosity. Okay, be watchful. Hmm. I don't know. Something about the second floor or something like that. I just heard 22nd floor, maybe something in a sky rise. But yeah, I'm getting a sky rise, but specifically something with the two in it, floor or something. Maybe a street. Maybe your address is with number 2 on it or something like that. In it, happiness. All right. In your solar plex, you just want to be happy, prosperity, conclusions. Some of you, you love sunflowers, daisy. Yellow is significant. That color yellow is significant. But right now, I feel like, yeah, yellow is very significant here. Maybe you hear a chair, somebody holds a chair or something, holding on to a chair that makes them happy or something like that too. What secrets? There's more to be revealed, and this is in your love chakra. Okay, what makes you happy? Your sacred chakra here. So top secret. It says more to be revealed. It can be with your job. It can be with your other person. Something, the other person that you're like, missing the piece. Your other half. I feel like, it can be a friend too, somebody you speak to. But this is something to do with, with communication too, lacking communication. I feel like somebody's definitely lacking communication here. And it could be with authority, your boss, or your something to do with that, some kind of organization. It says don't give up though. Don't give up. Whatever you're doing with this organization, this paperwork, this thing, it says keep trying. Something to do with your communication though. All right. It says to be watchful, but like be curious. Don't just sign things. No. Ask questions. See it in writing. You know what I mean? Some people learn a little different. No, or if you have to go back and let them repeat it to you again, so you can understand in laying terms. Yeah, go back. Whatever this is. All right. So be watchful. Be curious. Yeah. Question everything. You just want to be happy. I just feel like somebody here. I just want to be happy. My God. But there's more to be revealed. Secrets. Hang around so you can see, what spirit's trying to go through. Trying to say with that. Somebody, love. And if you don't, have love, like it can be your family. All right, heartbreak. All right, this is what grounds you. This is your root chakra. Something around you is a love and hate relationship. Maybe there's a breakup right now that you're going through right now. some kind of breakup. Maybe there's, secrets that came out. So there was a heartbreak. All right, there was definitely some kind of secrets that came out that was heartbreak, or maybe you guys are breaking up because of it, but there's, what grounds you is heartbreak. This can be you or somebody in your energy. It doesn't have to be you. So take the story where it fits. Again, not everybody's going to resonate with that. So if it doesn't, come back for the next reading or look at your rising sign too. Okay. To find out your rising sign, you can just look it up. You just have to know the day of what time you were born, where you were born, of course, and the date. All right. New level. This is what you don't see under the deck. Promotion, new phase. So you're going up. Don't worry about it. You're going up. There's a new phase that's coming in. And keep trying with this organization. Something to do with, it's something that's incomplete. It can be a paper, it can be something, that you need in order to get to the next level. But this is what you don't see. So keep trying. Don't give up. You're going to the next level. All right. This is what you don't see, guys. 11:11 on the clock, guys. Spiritual awakenings. All right. You don't see this, what's coming. For some of you, you had spiritual awakenings. You came, to, wow, something happened, traumatized you, betrayal, whatever. Can be that too. 11:11 on the clock, absolutely. That means, your spirits are with you, spirit guides. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say here. I'll be in a negative mindset, I just want to be happy. I just keep on getting that. I just want to be happy. For some of you, you just want to work alone. You don't want to work for an organization. You want to work for yourselves. Yeah, High Priestess. Okay, High Priestess. You know about something. All right, you know about something. This is what crowns you. The universe, honey, your intuition. You have, some kind of spiritual sensitivity here. This is you, having sensitivity to the divine, having intuition, sacred knowledge. All right, High Priestess energy, baby. That's right. This is what crowns you. All right, so keep trying. Don't give up on something. You know what's gonna happen. So whatever you're thinking about, don't give up. You know what's up. Look, an end of a cycle. But look, something inspired you here. Knight of Wands. You got some kind of energy, some kind of impulse, some kind of fearless, something inspired action with this company or whatever that did what they did. But yeah, there's endings to something here. Incomplete. Right above that, it's incomplete. It's endings. And I feel like, with this breakup here too, there's definitely some kind of endings to someone. The 13th is significant here. The 13th. I don't know. February 13th. Somebody's Valentine's Day is significant. I just heard, no more loss here. Being left out in the cold. 5 of Pentacles. This can be the ending of of a cycle here of poverty. Or they're saying, yeah, look, independence is right above that. You're going to be independent. You're going to be financially independent, it looks like. This is an ending of a new cycle, something that that inspired you. Wow, look at that. This is what came out first thing. 10 of cups, just right on top of that. Look at that. I'm just going to take these. Yeah, I'll take them. Exactly. 2 of swords and 4 of swords. But look, 10 of cups right above that. 10 of cups is happiness, joyful, being content. This is, family support, total love and support, family contentment, fulfilled, you're happy, divine love. All right, everything is grand. Your babies, there's harmony. All right, everybody's happy here. And then right above that, look, happiness, prosperity. There's happiness, prosperity. So this Conclusion, that's right. You came to some conclusion about something here that made you very happy. Whatever difficult decisions that you had to make, because of these secrets, so be it. Hey, you know what I mean? You got to give it a rest. You got to give it a rest. Look, right above that is heartbreak, guys. Breakup. So you're resting. This is, you're rebirthing, you're renewing, you're relaxing from all this shit. Might be difficult decisions of you, that you had to make here. But maybe you have to recoup from these difficult, situation that you had to make. A difficult decision, or maybe something that you were avoiding, or something. These secrets that came out, there was more to something. Here is more to be revealed, though. There's more to be revealed that you're probably not even seeing here. But the solitude, the spirit says, you know what, ground yourself, stay in solitude, heal from this breakup. Give it a rest. Okay, give it a rest. All right, let's see what else is going on. What's the High Priestess? The number 2 is significant. January 22nd. You can be seeing 222. Again, 4. That number is significant. 4. February 4. February 14th. The number 444. January 24th. The number 10 also is here. 10 January 10th. Aquarius. What do you have to tell me for Aquarius here? What's this? Independent. Yeah, you want to be independent. This is what crowns you. You want to be independent. I feel for some of you, don't give up. Whatever you're doing, if you're trying to work by yourself, if you're trying to, become financially independent, don't give up your dreams. Just don't, whatever you do, don't give up on your dreams. You're going to go to the next phase. This is what you don't see coming. You're going to the next phase. So this is you packing up your shit and going. You're going to be happy, though. In your gut, you're going to be happy. So whatever you're doing, what's up. You're the High Priestess. Your intuition is on point. So keep trying. All right. For some of you, again, you have car problems. I'm picking up on these car problems. You got to freaking walk now. Again, but you can be living in New York. So maybe for some of you, I don't need a car anymore. For some of you, I feel that too. The number 30 is significant. 30 and 60 is significant. You can be 30 years old. Oh, haunted by the past. Something to do with the past. The number 30th, January 30th is here. But haunted by the past. This job. I feel like this is job or authority. I feel too that, authority, something to do with the authority, haunted by the past. Maybe you don't want to be caged up or something like that. It's like giving you like trauma, but I don't know. I'm getting doormat energy. Yeah, doormat energy. You're the ending of that. You don't want to be like this anymore. You don't want to be like that anymore. You don't want to be this doormat energy. The 15th is significant. You can be 51 years old, or in your late 40s or something like that. I'm picking up on, what's this, public harassment. Yeah, this is public harassment. This is somebody being insecure. Public harassment, and I'm sorry, public embarrassment. Maybe somebody did harass you too. Maybe somebody was harassing you at work or something like that. Maybe there's some sexual harassment going on here. But this is doormat energy. This is the ending of this, though. Ending of doormat energy, guys. You're done with this shit. A lack of, I feel like it's lack of communication. You guys are gonna stop speak up. Maybe somebody said something in public to embarrass you. Treating you like a freaking doormat. What's this? What is this? Trying to leave you out in the cold. They're trying to make you feel like, insecure. It says be watchful of these people. Maybe they have a secret crush on you. Okay? Maybe you feel like playing hooky at work. You can be 52 years old. But yeah, look, happiness. She's happy about something here. You can skateboard. Somebody you and your on your energy going to be a skateboarder or something like that. But yeah, somebody's playing hooky or wants to play hooky from work. But something with your happiness here. Trust your intuition. That's right. Trust your intuition. 55 years old. Give me one for this. Hold on. Give me one here. Can be seen the numbers 1010. What's this happiness with the 10 of cups? Yeah, it's resourceful. Resourceful. These are you using all your resources to get to this 10 of cups. Okay. You using all your resources. For some of you, you cook, you're herbalist, you're healers, but for some of you, you're healers. You work with herbs. You can drink tea. You can drink tea. You can have a garden outside. For some of you, you love ice cream. I just heard chocolate chip mint ice cream. Lavender is significant, but yellow flowers, you can have yellow flowers outside of your house or something. Yellow flowers are significant here. Yellow, the color yellow is significant. All right. I don't know what this is all about, this color yellow, but don't be yellow. I just heard that. Don't be yellow. It's a commercial. I mean, not a commercial. It's a cartoon. What are you, yellow? That's an oldie cartoon. I don't know. You guys remember that, but that's what I just heard. But some of you, yeah, you're very resourceful. 1985 is significant. You could be 58 years old, but you have the resources, whatever you need. You're very resourceful to get whatever you need to get to your happiness. Right above that is happiness, and then the 10 of cups, which is happy. Okay, so you have all the resources that you need to become happy. You're very resourceful. All right, don't get into a negative mindset. And if you are, you're about to stop all that. That's coming to an end. You're transforming. Okay, trip down memory lane. Yeah, trip down memory lane here. This is right above, right underneath the 2 of swords. Yeah, secrets. Maybe you're remembering what happened here, or something like that. Maybe you're traumatized, like I said before, but there's more to be revealed here. We're going a trip down memory lane. Somebody here is, I don't know, trying to make a decision or not seeing something or taking a trip down memory lane, trying to remember something here about something. All right, the 14th, February 14th is significant, but the number 14 is significant. Okay, what's grounding? Again with the 4. All right, look at that, 4-4. All right, guys, that says 4-4. All right. I don't know, something to do with 4, babe. Bait and switch here. Somebody pulled a bait and switch on you. That's why you're heartbroken here. You can have a love, again, with the love and hate relationship in your life, but somebody pulled a bait and switch on you. All right. And that number, it could be that was 4 days ago, 4 months ago, 4 weeks ago, 4 years ago. Okay, whatever. But this was a heartbreak. Maybe you guys have been together for 4 years or 8 years or 16 years or something like that. I'm getting 444. What grounds you? Look, right above that. Right above that is the 4 of swords, and then we got the 44. So 444. This is what grounds you. The February 14th, February 4th, January 24th. Maybe January 14th is also significant here. I keep getting that too. 1444. Look, right before that is the 4, the 14th. I don't know, guys. What is going on? Maybe it's going to be, 4 days until you get to this, next level or something like that. I mean, 4 months, maybe 4 weeks, something to do. Maybe you're waiting for something for in 4 days or 4 weeks or something like that. But that number is, very significant here. So if you have a question with numbers, 444 is the answer, okay? Gifts. This is what crowns you. Gifts. Yeah, look, High Priestess energy, romantic rewards here, romantic gestures. But I feel like, you have a gift of knowledge here, a gift of, inner knowledge, the divine. So breakup, endings. Look, I can't make this up, guys. Endings, breaking up. So yeah, there's definitely some kind of endings. This could be with your job, this job here. Something that you know about, or something in your third eye here is telling you, there's about to be endings. You're breaking up. This says divorce, breakup, new start. All right, you can have a new start to a job. It could be a new start to a job, or it can be a breakup or a divorce or something like that, or breaking up, separating, whatever. Okay. You're no longer into that doormat energy. You don't want to be a doormat anymore to anybody, but black and white stripes are significant here. Kiss. It says kiss. Memorable kiss. Want to kiss. Yeah, so this person taking a trip down memory lane. It can be an ex here. It can be an ex. Somebody definitely wants a kiss, and you're like, it's the end of a cycle, end of, new beginnings here. The ending. Ending again, death is an ending card here. So uprooting in your heart, you uprooted. Somebody got uprooted here. Right above that is independence, and with this Five of Pentacles, the financial loss. So somebody's moving, leaving the familiar behind. All right, maybe somebody's either or moving. You can be moving on up, next level, like the Jeffersons, next phase. But you can be uprooted from your house. Somebody could have been uprooted from their house, divorce, this, these secrets that came out or whatever, or you can be in the middle of a separation or moving. All right, but parties. Okay, right now you're going to be going to events, having good times, fun, happy. Look at that. Same chakra. Happiness. Going to events, partying it up, baby, with all the resources that you just, that you have and can get a hold of and have access to. All right, you're going to events, you're going to be having a good time, fun. And this is all in your, whatever you're doing, what's up. Whatever you're doing, this is confirmation. Okay, this is confirmation. All right, some of you love the 20s, the 30s, that era. Whoever's here, you love that era in time. The 70s, you love that era, disco, whatever. But I'm getting, like 20s, 30s, like the olden days. Okay, big events, yeah, big changes, rebirth, the next phase, hope. It's a rebirth. Look, you were going down to memory lane right above that. Rebirth, the next phase, hope. Okay, big changes. The next phase. These both these cards say next phase. Okay, so there's going to be big changes. Butterflies are significant here too. Somebody loves pearls. Pearls are significant. Love pearls. I'm getting that 20s flapper kind of thingy here. All right, maybe somebody was a flapper or something for Halloween, or you saw somebody that was a thing. I don't know. I forgot what they call them. I'm just having a brain fart right now, but I just got that in my head. Okay, apology and apology, returning, forgiveness. Look, this person wants your forgiveness after breaking your heart or whatever, or breaking up. This person, apology, returning, forgiveness. They're going down memory lane. All right, they're hopeful, they want changes, but they're returning for forgiveness. Look, religious factors, cultural differences, judgmental. This is probably why you guys have to break up, because there's some kind of religious factors here of some sort. All right, because if you look here, religious factors, judgmental. Somebody was judgy. Maybe somebody has to come back and return and apologize for this being judgy or something. All right, but they pulled a bait and switch on you. Maybe you're taking a rest from this person, but it can be religious factors here, cultural differences, or just being judgmental. Because look, if you see like they're, praying, same chakra here. This is this is your like security, what grounds you. This is um your stability. It's your foundation, stability, your power. But yeah, somebody was either judgmental about you guys. There's the cultural differences. It's a love it. I love you. I hate you, but I love you, but I can't. We too many differences here. So it can't work. It's just too much. I'm getting here. But they want to apologize or make big changes, but there's going to be big changes. Maybe this person's going to pull a 180 on you, because I did hear about a 180 that was happening with something or someone. Okay, how much time we have here? Let's see. Let's pull from here. Nice fat stack. All right, what else do we have for Aquarius? What else do we have for Aquarius Spirit? What else? Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the like. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. Show your girl some love. All right. Come on, consolidate, guys. It says consolidate, bringing people or things together that may be one separate. Taking control of one's life. This is what I'm getting to here, bringing people or things together that may be one separate. Like, somebody wants to, say sorry or want to come back or something. I'm getting that big time. Like, consolidate, bringing back together. Maybe somebody's trying to bring back together with the in-laws or something like that, trying to get everybody, happy and a happy, come on, happy wife, happy life, kind of energy is what I'm getting here. Let's, be happy. Just want to be happy. Just want to be blissful. I just want to align with everything and everybody here, with the family. I don't know. Trying to separate. Somebody's coming back. They want to come back. I'm telling you, apology. They want to return. They want to consolidate. Want to bring back people. Want to bring, taking control of one's life here. Returning for forgiveness. Somebody wants to return for forgiveness. What else, Spirit? And then we have here liminal space. So doorway between identities, phases, or realities. A space where rules dissolve. Mystery, surrender. Yeah, I feel like somebody has some kind of awakening to some sort here. Okay, the number 9 is significant. Doorway between identities, phases, or realities. Yeah, for some of you, your readers, you can, there's a fine space between, between here and the next realm, if you know what I'm talking about. We share that space like I do. I share that, I'm always in that realm, never in a 3D. Ugh. But yeah, I talk to my spirits about everything I have to do, everything. Whew, yeah, they love that. Okay, but yeah, the number 9, you can be 24 years old, or you have a 24-year-old, or something to do with the 24th. Again, with that number, the 24th, you can be 42 years old, or dealing with somebody who's 42. Or 44. Again, you can be 44. Plays the villain. I don't feel like somebody's playing the villain here. What else? What is this? That's what it is. All right. Yeah, ending. Somebody has blue hair. Somebody wears blue hair. Maybe your kid, or somebody in your energy has blue hair. Somebody has a fish tank. Goldfish are significant. Oh God. Jane Doe is here. Jane Doe. Lost identity. Erased presence. Yeah, silent voice. Look, and right above that is death. Okay. So my condolences, Maybe somebody lost somebody and they're feeling incomplete without this person. Okay. All right. Probably, want a kiss from them. This is a memorable kiss. Going down memory lane with, looking at photos and stuff like that. All right. It can be that, or it can be that, silent voice. It can be unheard. This is you being unheard. And this is, again, this is under your communication. So you can, be unheard. You feel like you're unheard. Okay. Or this can be also that somebody around you passed away. This is a silent voice representing, all the missing, unheard, or erased person. John Doe. Notifications. All right, notifications. Messages coming in fast. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for an important message. Quick communication. All right, quick communication here. Oh my God, look at the number 44 is on there. Can't make this up, guys. 44 is on there. 54 on the clock. You can be 54 years old. Messages coming in fast. Be on the lookout for an important message. Quick communication. All right. So be on the lookout for a thing. You might be moving. All right. So you're looking for this communication to come in. All right, you can be something with a chandelier, and also bloom blossoms or something. Japanese, those blossoms, those cherry blossoms. Oh, couldn't get that out. Cherry blossoms are significant. Okay, but quick. All right, itinerary, and we got pit stop. So, steps or choices you take through life. Fate or destiny, your itinerary, where you're going. That's right. And I don't know where this came from, but inheritance. Passing on values, knowledge, or patterns, unchosen burdens or blessings, wealth or treasures. For some of you, you're coming in you're coming in with a lot of money here. It could be some kind of either because prosperity is here, happiness, again with the happy, the 10 of cups, with the resourceful and good and fun and good times coming with parties, and then inheritance. This is passing on value. This is wealth or treasure. So somebody's coming in with a lot of money here. All right. With the itinerary, somebody's from France. You can be from Paris. You can be somewhere, up there, the European. Okay. You could have a 13-year-old child, but the number 13, the number 31 is significant. But steps or choices you take through life, intentional movement, sense or purpose, your fate, your destinies here. Your fate and your destinies here. There's a pit stop here, a necessary pause, need to rest, recover. All right, need to rest, recover, self-care and healing. This is what grounds you, community help. So this is, they're saying you got to rest. Spirit is saying something to do with resting. Okay. There was a bait and switch here. All right. Meditate, need to rest and recover. You need to heal. Okay. 31 came out again. Okay, next to itinerary. So here's 13 again. You can have 13 years in this relationship, 13 months, 13 a year, a 13-year-old child. All right. You can be 31 years old, but something to do with you resting is a necessary pause here. It can be with this person that love and hate, this heartbreak with this person. Okay. I am going to give you an angel number and then I'm going to wrap up this reading. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if 44 came out or 444 comes out or something with the letter 4 in it, with the number 4 in it. All right. Let's go. For the Aquarius Collective, what do you have to say to the Aquarius Collective, Spirit? Okay. 1188. All right, 1188. Metamorphosis, change, love, wealth, upward. There it is. Every card in here, change is, it's coming. Change. Wealth, love, upward. You are approaching the end of a major stage in your life. There it is. Big changes are coming, guys. You are approaching the end of a big, major change in your life. If you are tired of certain parts of your life, be happy because it will soon be healed or replaced by something better. Complete, completely surrender and release those parts of your life that are no longer useful because a better life that you desire is coming soon, guys. I can't make this up. 4000 on the clock. Wow. All right. That was your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, give me a thumbs up, guys. It takes 2 seconds and it's free. Okay. Love, light, and peace to each and every one of you. All right. See you soon. Don't be mean because mean people suck. Love you guys. Peace out.